This is Dregs One. Welcome to another episode of the History of the Bay podcast, sponsored by the good people of Amoeba Music San Francisco, as well as the folks of Dying Breed San Francisco. Behind the lens, we got King Set on a solo mission today. Behind the boards, we got DEO. Shout out to Rocky Vision. Shout out to Scino. Shout out to everybody else who's been supporting the podcast. Shout out to my folks at the Class Acts for breaking me off some of this gear. Shout out to my folks SNS Worldwide breaking me off some of this gear. But enough about that. Today we are back with another special guest, a Bay Area legend, a San Francisco legend, a turntable legend, the one and only, my emotion. I gotta say it like that.
Like that, bro, with the echo and all that.
Yeah, what's up, bruh?
Man, glad to be here, man.
Thank you for coming. I just did your show.
Yeah, man, that was big right there.
Yeah, that was a fun interview, bro. That was fun. Thank you for having me there.
Sure.
And then we had also just did we were just talking about it, the Hayes Street Fair recently.
That was awesome, bro. That was one of the best shows in San Francisco yet, bro.
Yeah, that was awesome. Pretty epic, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex Aquino.
Exactly.
For making that happen. But yeah, man, we were just saying you don't do that many interviews.
Nah, man, I'm not really into the whole, bigging myself up or nothing, It's always been like, I'm all about the people, bro. So,
Yeah.
But I know sometimes you gotta do them just because, let the people know something about you.
Yeah, you got a story. You got a story to tell.
Like I said, only a selective few, and you're one of the few.
Well, let me pop my collar to that, man. Right on.
All right.
Well, I want to talk about your story, and then I want to actually. I was thinking I want to do something different on the podcast today, where we talk about how artists and DJs can interact, the Bay Area music scene, the radio, how to get some of the records you've been breaking over the years. So we'll talk about all that. But before we get into that, let's start at the very beginning and tell the people where you're from and where you grew up.
Yeah, man. Originally, I'm from El Salvador. I came here when I was 6 years old. And then I lived in San Francisco, most of my life. Lived in San Francisco and then grew up in the Lakeview.
Yes,
I grew up in the Excelsior. I grew up in the Mission, and I grew up in Bernal Heights.
Okay.
So those neighborhoods right there is what really made me and grounded me.
Yeah. Where'd you go to high school?
Balboa High School.
Okay.
And junior high, I went to Denver. They're like right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Right there by Balboa Park.
Yep, right there.
Okay, so what age did you really get into hip-hop?
Into hip-hop? Well, we were like, I want to say I forget how old I am, but like said, like hip-hop, maybe like about 88.
Okay.
Because, you got to understand there's hip-hop and there's rap.
Sure.
There's the hip-hop is the culture, rap is the music. So here in the Bay Area, we were playing a lot of rap. Like when I first, I don't want to say first started DJing, but like when I got into music, we had a lot of the Miami bass jumping off, the West Coast music, So that's considered rap to me. It wasn't really like that hip-hop culture. But it wasn't until about 88, a DJ named Doc Martin opened my eyes to a whole new genre, which is still rap, but the whole hip-hop culture. You know what I'm saying? So, I known about hip-hop because I used to go to New York when I was a kid for every summer with my aunt. And I would look at the graffiti trains and all that, and I'd be like, man, they're messy over here, bro. Our bars are clean, and I was like, this subway is messy, but I didn't understand that was a culture going on. I was just like, yo, what the fuck is all this? But as I grew older and I started understanding the culture, I was like, I remember seeing the graffiti back in, 82, and I was saying, this trains are trash, but not knowing that this is what's going on, So I want to say 88 is really when I started understanding the whole hip hop culture.
Okay. Were you ever into some of the breakdancing?
Yeah, we were already breakdancing, but in the West Coast here, we used to call it strutting.
Yes.
We were strutting. We really didn't know about the breakdancing. We had the locking, and we had the the strutting, and the boogaloo.
Yeah, that was another tight thing about the Hate Street Fair because OG Pop Tart came out.
Demon of Minds.
Yeah, Demons of the Mind, Media Circus.
Yeah, we used to dance with him at Fisherman's Wharf,
Right.
And that was like our competitor. We always...
Oh, okay, so you had a crew.
We used to have little battles, know. We walking down the Fisherman's Wharf and meet up, and it was like just a little strutting battle kicked off,
Yeah.
They were always like, we got to beat them. And they were like, we got to beat them, like, because if we figure whoever wins, we get the most money from the people,
right.
At the wharf, the tip. So it was like, yeah, but breakdancing, I was never, because I was always kind of heavy. So breakdancing, I never got into, but the strutting, we was good, man. That's basically, and that's where the Mind Motion came from the actual dance group.
That's where you got the name Mind Motion?
Mind Motion, we was at the wharf. We were doing a lot of stuff at the wharf. That's where everybody met, all the strutters and all that. And then one day we went to the Indian Center on Valencia Street, and Demon of Minds were performing. It was a talent show. And I said, we need to go battle on them right here. So it was me, my guy named Lencho Manuel, and this guy named Foss from Presida Park, Samoan dude, Polynesian dude. And then we went to the Indian Center, and then we said, yo, we want to enter the dance contest. And they were like, well, you didn't sell no tickets, this and that. I was like, but man, we just got, we're going to dance. I said, well, what's your name? I said, we don't have a name. So the organizer said, go around the corner, think of a name, come back. So we went to around the corner, and then Foss, he just came out with the name Mind Motion. I don't even know what it means today.
That's an ill name.
Today, I don't even know what Mind Motion means, bro. If you ask me what Mind Motion, I'll tell you right now, I don't know what.
I think of like Professor X or something like that. Like.
But, I mean, we could assume whatever it means.
It's an ill name, bro.
But he just came out with it.
Mind Motion is an ill name, bro, especially for a DJ.
And I think he called it Mind Motion just so we could throw off the Demon of Minds.
Oh,
so I think he
y'all
was
Demons of the Mind?
Yeah,
we're Mind Motion.
Exactly. So I think he did it literally, to throw off the... And then so we came back, and then we told the guy, we're Mind Motion, and we entered the dance contest. We won.
What? You beat Demons of the Mind?
Yeah, we beat Demons of the Mind.
So the name worked. You threw him off.
And then we couldn't get the prize money, though, because we didn't sell no tickets. But it wasn't about the prize money. We just wanted to beat Demons of the Mind, And that day at the Indian Center, we did it.
Dang.
So that name just, I just branded that name out of,
So
I could have called myself Dog Shit and let DJ Dog Shit right now, Like,
DJ Dog Shit wouldn't have a long career as Mind Motion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the street credibility with the name Mind Motion was always heavy because of the dance and who we used to roll with, so we roll with all the Polynesian dudes. He rocks from Presida Park, so like.
That's dope. How did that transition into you becoming Mind Motion, the DJ?
So, as we got older, I couldn't do the whole strutting thing no more, So what I did was we started competitions. I moved to Bernal Heights, and then I got a job at the Bernal Heights Center with Roberto Hernandez, and he taught me. And Roberto?
I met Roberto once or twice.
So with Roberto Hernandez, so he was like, man, you already got this, popularity from dancing. Why don't you throw your own competition, And that was the actual job that he gave me at the center, because they didn't know. My mom was like, oh, my son's in trouble all the time. Can you take him under your wing? And he goes, I'll give him a job at the center, but they didn't know what I was going to do. So he just made that job.
What kind of trouble are you getting into?
Just running around the streets, So he was like, I'll give you this job, but you got to keep your grades up and all this, So he was like, let's make up this job. You go throw your own competition. And that's how we started. We started doing this little competitions here and there, like all the community centers. And then we would do, and then the finale was at the California Hall back in the day, California Hall. And then the great finale was at the Kezar, which everybody knows the Kezar one, the breakdancing.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk about old school breakdancing in the Bay Area, the Kezar was like the mecca of the finale or the biggest prize. So that was us doing it, And I'm over here like I think I'm like 16 years old, making like $3,000-$4,000, from just. And I'm like, damn, what are we doing? I'm making money just from what I was doing. Not really making no money.
So you got into throwing parties.
Yeah, so we were doing parties with the breakdance competitions and all that. So that's how it all started with me, was at Bernal Heights and doing the parties. But my brothers, my brother and my cousin, they were already DJing, but they were DJing more of the dance stuff, you know, like club, because they were older.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't know really about club music. I knew more about street music. So it was like, but they were already heavy on that. So basically, it was like, it came to a time where it was like, okay, I'm around it. So I'm you know, I had no choice, you know what I'm saying?
Who were some of the Bay Area or San Francisco DJs that you were looking up to at that time?
Right now, like at that time, it was Cameron Paul, Michael Erickson, Andre Santos, and Dr. Funk. He lived right across from me on Lakeview. His parents lived right, so it was like. These are the guys that, and you know, my brother and my cousin, but these are the guys that, the four guys that I mentioned, these were the guys really running the club scene where I couldn't even go to the club, but I knew that my brother and them were talking about them all the time. So their names just stuck in my head, you know, like Noel Don Juan, that was the other big guy. So and Big Bob, Monster Crew out of Fillmore. These were like the elite Bay Area DJs. They were like making things happen, you know. And I was just looking outside, looking in because I couldn't get in to the venues. But all my brothers and my brother and my cousin, their names was always, you know, in the conversation, you know, like, oh, Big Bob did this party, Cameron Paul, this and that. So I learned, you know. And then as I got older, I got to meet these guys, and I learned from them. You know? Mm-hmm. I think every DJ in the Bay Area learned from Cameron Paul, though. Mm. You know, so I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't think there's no DJ from back in the day that didn't learn from Cameron Paul. And if you learn from me, you still learn from Cameron Paul, because I learned from Cameron Paul. You know, so it's just it goes. You know, it trickles down.
Yeah. And was your thing like more like, cause around this time too is like kind of the beginning of like a lot of DJ crews.
Yeah.
The turntablist movement. Yeah. Were you into scratching and the music, or were you into more just spinning and rocking the party?
When we first started, there was really none of that scratch. All that scratching really had made it from the East Coast here, right? But then, like, we're like the Bay Area has been known more of because the disco scene was so heavy here. So it's always been known more of a blending thing, you know, perfecting that beat matching and all that. So it wasn't really the scratching and the cutting until all the big DJs from New York started, like, you know, making the videos and all that. And then you had Joe Cooley in L.A., he came up here and, like, tore it up. And everybody was like, oh, we need to scratch like Joe Cooley, you know. And then Transform Scratch came, and what's the name first brought it out? Mantronics brought out the first Transform Scratch. We was at the record pool, at Bobby G's record pool. And he got on the turntable. We said, I was like, well, everybody fucking fell out. Like, you know, everybody knew the but when the Transform came on, everybody just, and then from then on, dude, the Bay Area was just like, you know, it just grew through the whole scratching thing and the battling thing, you know. So like,
yeah, were you battling back then?
I was battling more on the DJ sets, not on the scratching. You know, we were battling more on who could rock the party better, and, you know, this and that. The scratching, I never really got into it because I was more of a party guy.
Yeah.
You know, the scratching thing, I want to say a lot of the scratcher guys are the guys that got into it because they couldn't really do the party thing. So it's like they had to find their own little avenue, you know, and they were more like a solo, and I was always a group type person. So I think that's how, like, you know, I want to say like a q-bert and all them. Okay, I could do this on my own, you know, and on my own lane and rock it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but with me, I did my little scratch thing and my little juggle thing, but always towards the party, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's no way I could do a q-bert thing and then rock a party. It's not going to happen, you know? Like, that's more of an exhibition.
You got to pick your lane.
Yeah, it's more of an exhibition and everybody looking at you, this and that. You can't do that while about some dance, you know? It's like, it won't work, you know?
So in terms of, like, the San Francisco rap scene, you being a DJ, what was some of the early Bay Area rap that you were, like, rocking at your parties?
I want to say, like, JT Bigger Figure, Trey Dog, St. Queen, Messy Mar, RBL. I actually met RBL at the 24th Street Festival one time. We did...
Talking about Carnival?
Well, it used to be called 24th Street Fair.
Okay.
Carnival. Now they switched to Carnival just to make it all, you know, for everybody. But it used to just be called the 24th Street Fair. And I remember we had Naomi. She was like a freestyle artist. And And then we had RBO Posse. I never heard RBO Posse in my life. But I saw the little flyer that they were performing. And then, they came and did Bammer Weed. So what was that, like 91? 90?
I think 90, maybe 91 when the demo was circulating like before the album.
So that's the first time, and I always tell Black T, I'm like, yo, we did that party with you, and that's when I started noticing more Bay Area, Like you had Herm from Hunters Point, you had just all the cats, you had Illmatic Posse, Lakeview, Selsky, all them dudes, it was heavy. The Bay was heavy, man. And at the same time, we had industry here in the Bay Area at that time. We actually had the record labels here, like we had a Jive Records, we had a Arista, we had almost every label. They were all right there on China Basin, where the Giants Park is at right now. Mm-hmm. The whole area right there, it was full of all record labels. We actually had an industry here. You know what I'm saying? Now there's no more, so it's kind of hard for artists to get on. But at that time, everybody could get on. Like say like 93. Like 91, 92, it was Bay Area heavy, the whole country, because we actually had labels here actually in San Francisco, So those are the artists, that I came up with and then I first heard, like everybody was like I told you, I don't know, remember when I was telling you on my interview when I did my show, that when I first met JT, I'm spinning vinyl, he was giving me a cassette. I'm like, yo, what I gotta do? What am I gonna do with this cassette, And me and him got into funk. He picked up my needle and the record that I'm playing, I'm like, yo, it was just mayhem, right? Then I had to sit him down after the party because I can't be having no problems like that at the party. So I sat him down. I was like, yo, this is what you gotta do. And then we used to have the Gavin conventions here. Mm-hmm. It was heavy. Bay Area was so heavy, bro. Like, the Gavin convention here. So one day, one Gavin convention, he came with Game Recognized Game with test pressings. Passed him out to all the DJs. His song got played everywhere. I told JT, see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the business before you get into the business.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand, they're from the block. I'm gonna make me a cassette, and if you're gonna make a cassette, keep it in the block. Don't try to come to a DJ and So he started doing test pressings. Then after that, vinyl started rolling. And then all the artists, vinyl, and it grew. You know what I'm saying? So and I felt bad when we moved to CDs because then he brought me a vinyl. I was like, yo, I'm not doing vinyl no more. So I kind of felt kind of bad. I was like, we need CDs now. I was like, all right, because he spent all that money on the vinyl, nobody could play it no more because everybody's on CDs. But like I say, you got to grow with the industry. You got to grow with the technology.
So someone that you've been very closely affiliated with through your career is Chuy Gomez.
Chuy, yeah.
How did you first link up with Chuy?
Well, with Chuy, we were doing when we were in high school and all that, we were doing all our dances. We grew up big. The My Motion crew came up big, doing weddings, birthdays, high school dances, and high school rallies. So I had the whole San Francisco almost locked down. Mamos was just, from all the garage parties, So I started in the garage, little kegger parties. From then on, it was maybe I did the girl's birthday at a garage. She was going to Mercy. You got to do my high school dance. ICA, So it all came up like that. And I said, well, there's got to be more places we could go. So I started going to Daly City, Jefferson, and then we got into here and there. Then we started pushing South San Francisco. And Chuy's from South San Francisco. And I could never do a party in South San Francisco because everybody was like, Chuy Gomez is doing it. And I was like, who the fuck is Chuy Gomez that we can't DJ, in South San Francisco because he had it all locked down. So I was like, and we just kept hearing his name. Then I don't know what I met him. I think I met him at Townsend or something in 87, this club called Townsend. My brother used to do Thursday nights. So then I met him, and then he had his show going on, and at KMEL. I think I don't know if they were in San Francisco. I don't know if they were on Francisco Street yet. I think he was still on Francisco Street. But then I started, he started coming to our Cream of Beat parties, And then I think he knew my brother first. Because I think he met my brother when he was at KSOL, because Chuy started at KSOL. So I think he met my brother. So I forget kind of how we met, but we all just linked up at Cream of Beat. you know. And then when he was at KMEL on Tuesdays, we was at KMEL and he used to come cream a beat. He used to say, he came up to me and say, yo, I want you to come do one of those cream a beat mixes on Tuesday, like 7:30 to 8, half hour every Tuesday. I said, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was coming up there doing the little show and all that, and it was just like, me and him started getting close.
What year was that?
I would say probably like 93, 93, 94. And then, but at that time, I didn't want nothing to do with the radio. So he was the only...
Why not?
Just because, I had the streets on lock. And everybody was like,
you were the party
guy. At that time, if you were on the radio, it was like you're a sellout. It's like you're selling your craft to the masses. That was the whole street mentality.
Well, you sure changed that mentality.
Huh?
I say you sure changed that mentality.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. So then, I started doing we started doing this stuff with him. And then another guy, Alex Mejia, came and said, I want you to come do my Saturday with me. So I went and do stuff. So they was coming at me, because we had the streets so locked down that it was like, yo, we got to get these guys in here, which is my whole crew pirate DJ set. So little by little, but then I was like, nah, I still don't want to do it, But, as Cream of Beat almost got ended because it got so big, so it started like fading out. And then, and we're all getting older, and then I was like, and then like in 96, from me doing the little guest spots here and there, they finally came at me and was like, we need you to do this. And then all the record promoters from around the Bay Area, they all was like, no, you got to do it. And I was like, yo, I'm pissed my crowd off, though, like, these people are going to be mad at me because they'll be like, yo, you sell it now. But all the record companies, the promoters, we got you. We're going to give you the music. I said, all right, fuck it. So the opportunity came on that the midday DJ moved to Los Angeles, and they was like, yo, we got the spot for you, middays, every day, middays of KMEL.
Tell them, that's right.
With Rosary.
Yeah. Because I'm going to just say it. I told you this on your show. I grew up listening to those Mind Motion mixes and Chuy.
Yeah.
That was an issue. I done called Chuy when I was a little ass kid, like, play game, recognize game. Or some song. I definitely got picked up in the car with my mom and playing Mind Motion on KMEL.
So I literally started at noon, and then after I did that from 96 to I did that for about 5 years. Then in 2001, that's when the program director put me and Chuy together in the morning show.
Right.
And I was like, damn, I don't know if I want to do that fucking so early. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. I remember getting the call and it was like, we want you to do morning show, 2 mixes with Chuy. And I was like, I don't even think Chuy wanted to do mornings either because we was like, we're night owls. We at the club. So we was like, damn, we have to get up at 5 in the morning. And I was like, but, we ended up doing that like for like 2000, almost 15 years, in the morning.
So what oh, sorry, go ahead.
So, that, and then I'm going to tell you right now, every morning, I hated that mix every morning. Just waking up, I never got used to it in 15 years. I never got used to waking up in the morning. But when I started DJing, I would love, I'm DJing on 1 million people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think our audience base or whatever was like 1.5 million every morning, the whole Bay Area. So, what big.
What were some of the local Bay Area records that you felt like you helped break on KMEL?
On KMEL, man, almost every local record that you hear right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
give us a couple examples.
40, I remember a big record was, I want to say Gas Pedal. Sage, that record was out a year. It was out a year before I even touched it. There was a lot of hate, and there was Ghazi was working that record. And that was Ghazi's artist. So I was like, and then they finally, a year later, they came to me and they was like, man, we got to get this. So I said, let's play it one day in the morning, see what happens. And I just started growing, It's like, but we had all the Keeks, all the, man, like I want to say that I can't even pinpoint on a record, bro. It's like almost like every record, almost every local, almost if you think of a hit, me and Chuy broke that shit.
3 times crazy, keep it on the real.
We broke that shit, bro. Like we did all that shit.
Messy Mario, get on my hype.
We did that. We did more playing with my nose.
Really? On the radio? Came here?
I didn't know what he was rapping about, but it was just a hot record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was like the Mac Dre's. You know, I remember Mac Dre came out. He used to hang out with Don Cisco. Remember that song, Old Boy, Don Cisco?
Yeah.
That's the first time I met Mac Dre. He came to the KMEL, but I was there with Don Cisco came to see us, and he goes, "This is Dre." This is bubbling like before Mac Dre really bubbled, you know, like. And I was like, "Oh, that's that dude." Then when I was seeing all the hyphy thing, I said, "That's dude that came here with Don Cisco," you know. So all them artists, man, Wapale, you know what I'm saying? Like Wapale, Only in My Dreams. That was a B side. I go, she had I think something Fatherless Child on the A side. I go, why are we playing this? You know, turn that shit around. You know, only on there, and then we turned that record around, bro. And that record just took off like crazy. You know, so it's like we all, you know, I always had that ear like. No, we gonna do this one. We gonna do that one. Cause I always looked at the records that all the local artists would bring me. I said, "Nah, you need to give me a record more for the mass, especially in the morning." You know what I'm saying? Like, you could keep these other records for the nighttime mix, but for the morning, I need records like this. So like 3 Times Crazy, Mac Mall, Wide Open. You know what I'm saying? All those records. Those were all my most of Chuy Gomez early records. You know, in the morning show that we just came out, and then. Like I said, I can't even pinpoint one record. There was so many, you know. Like,
is there one that you felt that you broke that got the biggest nationally outside of the Bay after you broke it?
What's it? Let's see, like maybe like the gas pedals.
Okay.
Like the gas pedal and the slow down.
Clyde Carson.
Yeah. You know, those are the ones that. But I want to say gas pedal was it took a while. Like I said, the record was out a year. In the streets before I even touched it on radio. You know?
What are some records from outside of the Bay that you helped break in the Bay Area?
That's almost every. If you listen to your playlist right now from say '93 to now.
Did you ever meet Tupac?
I met Tupac. You know, I DJed Shark G's wedding. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pac, he used to come out party Cream and B, got into a fight with my cousin. I had to kick out Pac. You know what I'm saying? I didn't kick out my cousin. I said, "Yo, Pac, you fucking up, bro. You fucking." I said, "I don't come to your shit and fuck your shit up. You know, don't fuck my shit up." So then I'm DJing, me and DJ Fuse DJing Shark G's wedding. And Pac is there, and everybody's like, "Yo, you seen Pac? You seen Pac?" And they're like, "Nah, oh, he's dropping all his weed." So everybody's trying to get his weed. So they were following. Me and Pac was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have like we go to dinner relationship, but we saw each other at the parties or the events. So you know, me and him, Hammer, you know, like shit. Everybody, like almost everybody.
Was there anybody that was a pain in the ass to deal with when it came to radio politics and people just trying a little too aggressive to get their song on? Or?
Yeah. It's just, I don't want to say aggressive. They just didn't understand what I got to put up with the format-wise, you know? Like, they want to give me, you know, I'm going to shoot you in the face type record. Can you play it in the morning? You know, and I was like, nah, bro, you know, like... So it was basically
like the kids are on their way to school, bro.
Yeah,
like
I say, I can't play that shit. You know, like I want to say like shit. I don't even know, bro. Like there's been a few artists that we had words. You know, like yo, I can't do this. You know, you can't give me like I said, you can't give me a song. I'm gonna fuck you up and your whole family. I'm gonna kill your whole family and expect it to play it at 8 a.m. You know, it's not so. I can't even mention, you know me. If I remember, I would mention.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
But, you know, like, but it was just there's a few, you know. I just can't remember exactly who. You know?
And so, what led to you? I mean, because first Chuy, he got fired, right?
Yeah.
From KMEL, and then you, as like a few months later, I feel like.
Yeah.
What happened?
Like about a year later, it was just like, first of all, almost like
because that was a big deal. People were pissed off when that
didn't really get fired. He just got let go.
Okay.
You know, he wasn't messing up or nothing. It was just like, here comes a new format of morning show. They want you to do blow whistles and do all this content, and be a clown, you know, just like, you know, everybody clap your hand, you know, like, and Chuy wasn't about that, you know. Chuy was always, me and Chuy was always more about the music.
About the music.
Let the music speak, let the music control the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, if you listen to a lot of morning shows, you know, everybody's blowing whistles and...
it's like, hey, it's Crazy Dave in the morning. We're going to make some crank calls here.
You know, and we're going to do, you know... pick a whatever, like some dumb shit, you know. You know, I understand the content, but that wasn't us, you know. So then Chuy wasn't going with that, you know. And Chuy was making $1 million, whatever. I don't know how much, but he was from the old contracts. So now you got this new young guys coming in, you know, they're doing 4 or 5 jobs for a third of the money, you know, like, so it's time to move, you know. So it wasn't just, like, when they let go of Chuy, it wasn't just him. It was, it was like Don Blue. It was other stations. Like, all the guys with the old contracts, it was a wrap.
So basically the same thing ended up happening to you.
Yeah, so with me, it was a little different because someone tried to say that I was on some payola shit and this and that, whatever. And then it was just like, I think it was more like an excuse. So, but at the same time, they played me kind of wrong. Because when they let go of Chuy, they was like, they let us both go at the same time, right? So Chuy left, the program director's come to me and goes, yo, don't sign this paper yet, you know. Come back and see me on Monday. So, we want to keep you, but we didn't know if you were going to leave with Chuy because that's your guy, you know. I was like, man, this is the business, you know. This is how it works. But I was already kind of done with it without Chuy because they had me with other people, you know. I was like, I didn't even have the love for that radio no more. So I was like, so when they let me go, for whatever reason it was like, I was kind of happy. You know, I was like, I'm gone. You know?
So that was like a corporate
It was
decision.
all corporate, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, then, and I'm going to be honest with you, they kept me on for a few more years. I mean, for few months, because just to ease off where Chuy's not here, but Mamos was still here, you know, so it was like,
yeah.
You know, so I already right now I have such a bad taste for KMEL, like, because of that reason.
I think a lot of people do, for different
It wasn't
reasons.
even like, you know, you fucking up, you gotta go, cool. You know, it was more like, we gonna keep you on. And I understand, Chuy understand what was going on, you know, but it was just, it's just, I didn't feel it no more. Like, I was DJing in the morning, it was just like, now it's a job. Like, I didn't even want to show up no more. Like, I was you know, I lost my guy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, now I became too corporate, and I was just like, y'all. So, but the thing is, like, if they don't let me go, I don't think I would have left. Because, you know, I've done this so long. So it's kind of, they helped me out.
Yeah.
When they let me go, you know. And it was a big deal, you know. It was like, you know, a lot of people still say, I haven't listened to KMEL since both you guys left, you know.
It was a big noticeable change around that time. So, but you've been killing it since then. You DJ, I was just asking you before we started, you're DJing constantly. You've been doing other parties, you've been doing other radio stuff. You got your own show on All In Radio. So you're doing good. Now I want to get into some business, music, industry discussions. First of all, do you think, so like, because I was naming all these records, right? The Mac Malls, the 3 Times Crazy. These are songs I first heard on the radio. When people talk about the Bay Area rap scene, they compare it to Atlanta or Houston or Philly, where you have multiple hip-hop stations all playing local music heavily. We do not have that in the Bay Area. Maybe it's 1 or 2 or maybe 3 Bay Area records at a time getting in rotation, especially now.
But I'm going to tell you, when we first started, we were real Bay Area heavy.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
The industry was here too.
Yeah,
you know
okay. But do you think
nowadays,
do you think that has been like really bad for the Bay Area music scene?
Yes. Well, first of all, you know, none against the hyphy movement, but when the hyphy was going on, the industry, like all the, you know, the industry and you know, the peers of rap around the country, they called it silly. You know what I'm saying? So
really, you were hearing this from people in the industry. I was hearing this from, you know, and that's why a lot of cats weren't getting signed, because, you know, they didn't believe in the hype. You know, it was like a local thing, and they were like, oh, these guys are silly at the car. They didn't understand the whole culture, right? And then as soon as and they say Tell Me When to Go comes out, now it's getting the big pictures, you know, you got Short and all that. Now they start signing artists, and they're not selling.
because nobody outside the area knows the culture, what's going on. So that kind of hurts, So now radio sees this, now you see the big wigs on radio. It's like, well, we're playing this artist here and he's only sold, 1,000 records in 5 months, like, that means that nobody's checking for him, So that was kind of giving us like black eyes, And like for corporate radio, for commercial radio, that was like a no-no, So it was like, what are we doing? We're doing favors here for people, Like, so.
Did you feel that way about the music that you?
No, because, I'm a DJ. I see the culture. I'm in the club. But then say, man, we got Kick the Snake, boom, boom, boom. And then my boss come and say, oh, man, he only sold 500 records, in 6 months. I'm like, nah, this is the hottest record in the street. No, it ain't. It ain't sold none. So I got to answer to these numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, but so that's where I feel that the diminish of local artists start like going down on commercial radio.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they start like the numbers start coming out. The rating PPM, they could actually see, when you turn the volume down on the song, like if you're on the radio.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're like, they were turning your shit down, buddy.
See, and I'm not saying just local artists, like I was playing some Mary J. Blige song, and they'd be like, look, you lost this many people changed the station. Oh, this person lowered the volume because they didn't want to hear the song or something. So you start getting this technology. Before there was books, right? There was diaries, and every 4 months. So you actually have 4 months to actually break a record and tell my boss, yo, this is the hot shit. But when the book came out 4 months later, it goes, this is not the hot shit. Now I could tell like instantly. And then that's where I see where the local rappers, local rap in the commercial market here, they're not really pushing too hard to get those numbers going.
So that's the other question I was going to ask you. Does radio even matter anymore?
To me, it don't. What's... Like I ask you right now, what's the last record that radio broke? What's the last record that you heard KMEL play and be like, ooh, brand new shit? Nah, that shit been on the internet a whole month ago. I've been playing that shit at the club 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
Like, there's nothing,
Good
like
point.
I said, all the radio's doing is giving it a big look to the people that's not going out. Say like we call them Beckies, like the white lady that lives in Concord with 6 kids that used to go out back in the day. Now she's just home and she remembers the day. Oh, brand new Drake. Yeah, but that Drake has been out 2 years, but they just happen to play it. And, anything, radio could say anything is new and it's not new, but because the format is just it's catering to the certain crowd, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like when I DJ on the radio, they say, this is your audience, fuck all the street homies and all that. You got to cater to Becky and Conquer with 4 kids that loves hip-hop, but she's not going to go to Oakland or nothing.
Yeah. Well, you're talking, so this is commercial radio. Do you think that does not necessarily apply to satellite radio or satellite college radio or independent radio?
Has more open because, like, that's what I listen to most, satellite radio, because you're actually paying for the service. You ain't got to, you're paying for it. I don't want to hear... I could listen to Drake for free. I want to hear some shit because I'm paying you to give me the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like that format. Like I like the satellite radio. I like all the podcasts.
Yeah.
Because this format, these platforms are the ones that you're actually making the effort. You're
curating them.
You want to hear it.
Yeah, because
you're paying.
Well,
you're paying satellite radio.
People have all the... You can go on your phone and look up any song in the world, but people would still rather just put on one radio show or one playlist or something or a mix and be like, here, I'm going to just listen to what this person plays because I trust that they're going to play the dope shit I like.
And then, like, say on satellite channels, this song called The Grooves, all 80s grooves. I know I'm going to get all my favorite 80s grooves. And I could go from here to fucking Miami driving.
Right.
And I'm on that groove. You know what I'm saying? It's like the best shit. Or you're on the plane on your phone. You got the XM shit on your phone. Or now you got your Spotify. Like, literally right now, who's breaking records is TikTok. And I'm going to tell you right now, TikTok is the best platform for music.
Have you actually discovered songs off TikTok?
I do discover songs off TikTok, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'll be like on that. I don't even be on that TikTok, but you know they pop up on your Instagram, but it's actually a TikTok video, right? I'll be like, what the fuck is this song here? You know, and then I actually fucking, it makes me, I gotta find this song, you know, and then I go drop it in the club. And I don't know how long it's been on TikTok, but I drop it in the club and it's an instant hit.
People know it from TikTok, or they just feel it.
Because TikTok is the fucking motherfucker right now, bro. Like, and now commercial radios, that's what they're looking at. They're not even doing research no more. They're looking at all this platform. They're looking at Shazam. They're looking at TikTok. They're trying to see who got the biggest streams out now. You know? You
motherfuckers are getting some good game right now. Listen up, pay attention, take notes, because I got some more questions I'm going to ask.
I'm going to tell you, man, it's like... I know all the in and outs.
I know you know. I know you know, brother. So we also had this conversation at one point. Can DJ... And okay, I'll set this up. Because what pisses me off as an artist, I came to you, right? Me and you just linked recently. You saw me rock. You're like, oh, you're dope. Oh, this song's dope. Oh, I can play this.
I didn't know you rap.
I can, you didn't even know I rap. You thought it was just a podcast. And
he came at me at the street fair and he was like, yo, I'm going to do a couple of songs for them. Okay. I was like, I didn't know. You know?
It's all good. But it worked, right?
Yeah,
and then I did just show you like, oh, I can see this playing. I can see this working. You know how many goddamn DJs, friends of mine even, I'm not gonna say no names, but you motherfuckers, I've gone to like, yo, can you play this? What do you think of this? And they have straight up told me, I can't break records. I have to play what everybody wants to hear.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Are they bullshitting me?
Bullshit.
Motherfuckers.
Or they just in their mind, they're not really on that DJ mentality. You know, they're in there for the fame, bro. You know, you can break any record, bro. Like, you know, like I said, when I get it behind a record, man, I'll play that shit motherfucking 10 times back to back to back to back to back.
Do you remember when you broke ROD Can't Stand You?
Yeah, ROD.
Like the first time you ever played that was at Heights.
Yeah, Heights, you was there, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, on that record, I heard it in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Heights was a Saturday. I heard it in the parking lot Friday night. I go, what the fuck is this song, bro? I went fucking bananas on the, I can't stand you, bitch. I go, I need that motherfucker. I got that, somehow I got that motherfucker on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night I Heights, bro. How many times I played? Like
6 times back to back.
Back to back to back. Next weekend, motherfuckers, yo, can you play that fucking song? Yo, and then I took it to the radio. I was like, man, I remember my guy, the boy name knew him, so he got me the song.
Look, I'll send it to you first.
Is that what it was?
Dame emphasized it.
Yeah, so I forget who. But you sent it to me, yeah.
But Dame was the one that pushed it.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, that's a record that if it went from here, and we got them on a record deal.
Yeah.
You know, the label fucked them up.
Yeah.
You know, because they try to put Freeway, they try to make it, oh, they go, oh, the East Coast not going to play this song. Let's say I got East Coast artists. And then they made the video with Freeway. We were like, nah, bro, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, I even had Too Short. I got Too Short to do the remix.
Yeah.
And the label didn't even go with that. You know, no, we need Freeway, you know, because Freeway, it was Koch Records.
Yeah.
Back in, you know, like, so, but that record went from, I heard it in a
zero
to zero to like fucking,
that was definitely a hot record.
And it came with the credibility, with my credibility. It's like, damn, my emotion playing that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to hit. You know
so you are saying yes, DJs can still break records. That's one example.
The ones that are telling you no is the ones that like, you know, I'm afraid.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Yeah. I don't take... it's hard for me to take things personally. I don't take things personally. But when you tell me, oh, they just want to hear what they want to hear. Look, when I rap, and I rap for a crowd, I know they might not have heard of me. Yeah. They might not have heard my shit. I got to convince them. Yeah. I got to put on a show. I got to make them love it, and the same with a DJ.
You know, like, say, like, you got to be able to know how to position that song. Like, say, if I take your song, I'm not going to play... Say you're a Bay Area artist, right? Say your song from the Bay Area. I'm not going to really go Bay Area, right? Why?
Right.
Because now I'm breaking your song on a Bay Area level. No. I'm going to put you between a Drake record and a fucking Mike Jones record. Now I got you in this format. Like, damn, that record went...
Right. Because they're already turned up off
like,
the
so,
other
like,
shit.
Drake... So this motherfucker, if my emotion is playing Drake's record between a Drake and don't be stealing my style, bro. I was like... But if I'm playing you between a Drake, like nationally known unknown artist,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, "Oh, this is the motherfucking song coming up." You know, I ain't never heard it, but you know, like now there's other DJs that you're talking about that they can't figure it out, and that lets me know that you in it for the fame. You're more worried about either your paycheck from the club, which is $100, all right, or like I said, or you just like I said, you're not in it for the music, like and this has been this concept, bro. There's like the DJs break records. I don't know who made that up. You know what I'm saying? Because a DJ's job is not to break a record. I don't know who the fuck came that from back in the day. If you're not breaking records, you're not a DJ. A DJ's job is to control the party, make the party hot. But within that, you know what I'm saying? Like within that, if I'm really feeling your song, it's like.
Well,
yes.
if I'm in a party and I hear some music I love, I heard that. Oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
I like to hear the stuff I like.
Yeah.
But if you're playing something hot that I never heard before,
it's big.
I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Like what the fuck?
And it's gonna make me go back to your party because I'm gonna be like, "Man, I like what he plays, and he plays shit I never even heard before, and I can find out about music that way."
Because if you're playing the same shit that the radio, a lot of DJs now are always. I hear this a lot. If it's not on the radio, I'm not playing.
No, these motherfuckers take their mix straight off the top 40 playlist, bro.
That's not even good. And I see motherfuckers DJing on Spotify, so they're also taking other people's playlists.
They're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. This playlist
I gotta play Lil Durk, and then
exactly,
Drake, and okay, cool.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. There's a lot of shit going on that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like the way I so-called break a record is like I might not do it the day that you give it to me, but I take it home, fuck around with it. I said, I'm gonna play this with this with this with that. You know what I'm saying? And it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this for years, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? And there's also the credibility on the DJ, bro. So
I was gonna say because it still is important for artists to build with DJs, right?
It is. It's grassroots.
What is your advice to a musician who wants to network with
The first
DJs?
thing is like, don't come at me and be like, yo, play my shit right now. You know what I'm saying? And second of all, don't bring me a CD because there's no way we can bring CDs no more. And don't say can I airdrop you. On the spot, no. It's not gonna work. So like you bring me a flash drive, meet me, pay that respect, hey, mom, what's your man, blah, blah. Here's my song, cool. A DJ's gonna take that flash drive because even if they don't like the song, they came up on the flash drive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take the flash drive, put it in the car, take it home, and say, yo, this is hot right here. And a DJ want to keep that shit fresh every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's like on my show? Like,
Well, I look at that too. Like, I'm doing y'all a favor because here's some shit.
Like my music day is Wednesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I got like fucking 1,000 emails, that I go through. And I listen to everyone. I got 1,000 emails, and then I pick the songs that I want. Or maybe some I put to the side. I'm going to get to these tomorrow, But Wednesday and Thursdays are my music day, because here comes Friday. I'm excited. I got a Dregs record. I'm excited. I'm going to go play this motherfucker, and I already know what I'm going to play with it, So it's like, it's going to be dope. So a lot of cats don't take that procedure either. They just like, But for an artist to come a DJ, give them the flash drive, meet them. You ain't got to kiss their ass or nothing. You ain't got to, you doing me a favor by bringing me a hot song. You know what I'm saying? Like, so meet them, let it work. Maybe a couple of weeks. Hey, did you hear the song? Or maybe you gave it to me on that Friday, and this shit's so hot. I'm gonna play Saturday. That's a plus. But basically, to get with the DJs, bro, just be respectful. Every DJ is going to be like, yo, thanks, man. I'm going to check it out. Some are full of shit. Some are going to be like, yeah. But like I said, music is throwing darts, bro. So, you throw your music out there, it's going to hit somewhere.
Yeah.
So you come to the right cats, or relationships. I already know what you got. So now, even if I don't hear your new song, but I know you now, personally, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that courtesy and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Say like Keek and when we were on the radio, Keek and the Jacker, for example. New song, new Keek song, non-release. they've earned that right because they already did Super Hyphy. They already did.
They have a track record with you.
So, they already have the so-called radio song, the hit. So you go give them, you got to play it, bro. It's like you're going to play that brand new Beyonce because even though it sucks, it might not work, but you just, it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's Keek. It's the
There's
Jack.
an audience for it.
So I used to tell the Jack and Keek, I used to say, bro, any song you got, let me go. We could put it on. I ain't even got to tell the boss that I'm going to play this Keek record because you already earned, So now with you, for example, like the songs that you gave me, I like. You give me some more music, it's already on because you already earned, my respect to you, as an artist. I'm going to give you that shot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work, and that's the relationship you should have with DJs. Don't come with the attitude to be like, "Oh, DJ's supposed to break records." I don't see that. Like I said, that's something that came up from somewhere. I don't know, but I'm here to tell you, it's not my job to break records, bro. I'm gonna play the record that I like, and if it happens to that I break your song, great. Everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't come with the attitude like, this is your job. Like artists, I really have artists coming to me like, your job is to break records. Like, where the fuck did I say that?
I think also they need to realize, like, it's one thing if you're breaking a record on KMEL for 1 million people, and it's one thing if you're breaking it on Friday night in a club with 200, 300, 400 people there. That's dope. But that's not gonna blow you up just by doing that.
Also, the rule right now, the problem with radio right now, the rule used to be you had to work that on the street before you even got on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Now with technology or whatever, it goes straight to the radio, and they hear the song 1 week, and then it's gone because you didn't work in the street. So a lot of artists get lazy now. Oh, I'm just gonna give it to the radio now, and then, that's my homies. I'm gonna play it. They go play it for you a week. But I'm gonna tell you, they'll be after a week. They'll be like, "Oh, no, it's not working, bro." And then you forget the clubs now. You forget the streets. And like I said, man, or TikTok. Like I said, man, I hear that stuff. I consider TikTok the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn near.
There's a lot of music there that you don't hear nowhere else but TikTok. A lot of my remixes that I play are not even mine. I put them all together. Like, TikTok would be like, what, 30 seconds? So I'll take that remix that someone did it and I'll make it a full song out of it. But it really came from TikTok, And that's the platform right now that everybody should be concerned about and be on it, Get yourself a little sister, cousin, have them do a little dance, That's just the industry nowadays, bro. So, like, if you want to be in the industry, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, if you're not like one of the big ass artists that don't need that now, you got to do whatever it takes, So get to those platforms and make your relationship with the DJs, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of artists that we brought, they come to the club, so like a Be Legit or any legendary artist. As soon as I walk in the club, I'll be like, oh shit, Be Legit. I'm dropping 3 Be Legit records, Nowadays, now with you, Dregs is here. Boom, we dropping 2-3 songs Dregs.
I'm buying drinks for everybody when that happens. Come on, man, let's do it.
And you know that right there, buying drinks for everybody, that's fucking grassroots, bro. That's worth more to a person than fucking buying a billboard, bro. You go spend $10,000 on a billboard where you could spend $300 on a bottle and then drink with your people right there. Oh shit, we was drinking with Dregs, And you know who I learned that from? Franson, bro. Franson, remember Franson? He used to smoke out with everybody in the street, bro. He was the highest rating DJ on KMEL. Why? Because he go out there, finish work, he go smoke with people. Oh shit, we smoke with Franson. That's Franson. Shit ain't the Franson. That's kissing baby, shaking. That shit is free, bro. You go come and tell me, oh man, I spent $8,000 on a magazine, I spent $10,000 on a billboard. My shit not getting played. Why? Ain't nobody looking at a billboard, ain't nobody looking at a magazine. But if you drinking with me at the club, some people you don't even know, like you just get a table and, hey, oh shit. Oh, that's my song right now playing. Oh, fuck. Hey, that's streets, bro. That's some boss shit. Streets, bro. And that shit is free. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say free, but it's going to cost you $300 instead of,
Yeah, I was going to say, that don't sound free, but,
but
it's a good investment.
It's a good ass investment. You know what I'm saying? And some artists, like, I got my mom motion promotion. I'll be like, yo, just go to the bar, bro, get some drinks, meet some girls that you don't even know. Hey, man, I'll fucking play the song for you right there and be like, yo, this is my new song. Oh, no shit. Bro, they'll be like, we was drinking with that guy. And then if you become real famous, you'll be like, yo, we drank with him.
You gave him a whole ass story.
Bro, it's like, it's so beautiful. And it's so beautiful to see that progress to me, bro. When I bring artists like that, it's so beautiful. Like I said, we all got to work together, bro. It just can't be the DJ. You can't just go to the DJ and say, play my song, break my shit. No, bro. You got to do your end, too. And the problem nowadays is that the artists don't want to do their part. They just want to air.
Well, I think we just gave. This is my goal. See, this is the thing about doing a podcast. It's got to be entertaining, but it's also got to be informative, and it's got to be useful because that's why I watch podcasts. I watch podcasts to see what kind of game. Oh, this person's speaking. Let me see what kind of gems I can pick up. And we just gave you motherfuckers some serious gems from a Bay Area legend. And I'm going to ask you one more question because I've been asking a lot about rappers. But for the DJs who want to have a career that's had as much longevity and sustainability as you, what's your advice to DJs to making it in this game?
Man, you just got to love it, man. You got to remember it's about the people, bro. Some DJs nowadays, they want to be stars, they want to be models and all that. Cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Okay. But I get it, bro. But it's all about the people, bro. You're not bigger than your audience. And that's how you last. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I've been DJing since... Actually, I told you I didn't want to be DJ. I want to be a graffiti writer. But I wasn't making no money in graffiti, so I started DJing. But I've been DJing, like, say, seriously since about, like, 91, 92. You know what I'm saying? And it's always been about the people, bro. Like I told you, they want to take me to KMEL, and I was like, I don't want to diss my people. You know, so I could have just been like, fuck you, I'm going to KMEL, you know. But I'm always about the people, bro. It's like they're the ones that support you. You know, I got people coming to the party still, like from 30 years ago. You know, like, oh, man, you know, and like, like they just come support. You know, Mom was out there, oh, cool, you know. And that's what's giving me the longevity. You know, it just can't be about the fame and the money. The money's gonna be there, bro. If you're hustling straight, you ain't gotta worry about the money, bro. Like, you know, I hear some DJs be like, oh, the promoter stiffed me over there. That's your bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your hustle, not that. You know, with me, they give me an envelope. I don't even count that shit. You know, I already know it's gonna be there. We made that business. I go home, open them up, take it to the bank. I ain't even gotta worry about did we make it today, or, you know, because, you know, a promoter's thing is like, if the party's great, you know, I had a great party. If the party's whack, the DJ's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or the motherfuckers might be like, yeah, sorry, we had less people than what this shit's packed. What you mean?
You know, that's what I'm saying. But that's if the DJ's not, you know, if you worry about the money and you're not getting that money, that's your fault, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But like I said, the way you keep in this business and don't hate, you know, like some people hate on me and be like, oh, that motherfucker been DJing a long time. Nah, bro, I should be an inspiration, bro. Like, man, I made it a career, bro. I got a house, I got a lovely wife, got a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop DJing and then just DJing literally gave me my whole life.
Hey, you got a nice car, too. I see him pull up today. You pulling up or something nice.
It shouldn't be hate.
You got his shit together.
Yeah, like, Mama should have been DJing a long time. You know, nah, bro. It should be like, I should inspire you, bro. Like, man, I want to do that. And if I don't inspire you, it's because you're not really in it. You know, you just, like, flying by right now. I just want to, you know, do it here.
Yeah,
which I understand. You know, I understand you're not in it. But don't try to be like, you know, don't play that part that you're like really in it when you're not really in it. You know?
Well, I've met a lot of DJs that are dope as fuck. I have a lot of friends who are DJs, but I've met a lot of DJs who are fucking dick riding, asshole, bitch ass motherfucker, just like anybody. But I think this advice you gave just to love the music and be a DJ that's for the people is always going to stand
you know,
out.
Like
bro.
In 2000, I want to say 2000, I think it was the born of the groupie DJ. There's a such thing as groupie DJ, right?
Oh,
man.
man.
DJ needs an athlete, needs an artist to, you know, or
groupie DJ.
You know, oh, his party.
All day.
This person's gonna be at all his parties. You know.
Yes.
This and that. So you're not really building as yourself. You're building as this person's DJ now. You know what I'm saying? Which is what happens when he's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then what? You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of motherfuckers just want to be associated with what's already hot.
And that started like around 2000 something. Because in the 90s, bro, the DJ had all the power in the world, bro. Like, there was like, you know, DJs were gods, bro. You know, and it wasn't until about 2000 something when the DJ gave that power away to the celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that kind of fucked the whole game up. And there's a lot of celebrity DJs, celebrity guys, DJs, they, you know, they need that celebrity at their parties, you know. It's like, but with me, I have never done that. You know, I'm like, we all good. I don't treat the celebrity like, for me, I'd rather have the celebrity pay than the people. That's how I look at it. You know, that's how I approach. But I know it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather give a normal person, a hardworking person, a bottle and make the celebrity pay. But that's not the business. You know, it's like, I can't really do that because it's a business. But that's how I've lasted that long. You know,
That's what's
I've
up,
always
bro.
put the person before anything else. You know,
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah,
thank
bro.
you for being you.
Thank you.
I'm glad that we've gotten the chance to build recently. I'm sure there's going to be more to come.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling your story and also sharing so much game. And anything else you ever need for me to support, I got you. And I'm sure it's likewise. Bro. And we just going to keep doing it, man, for the love of this Bay Area hip-hop. Bitch!
Shout out DEO, man.
Shout out DEO. Shout out King Says. Shout out everybody out there. Much love, y'all. My Emotion in the house. And we out. History of the Bay, baby. Peace.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.